You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are here with a coming attractions episode. And it's going to be a full episode. Not a ton to talk about, but we're going to fill it up.
You damn right
we always figure it out, right?
Fucking A.
Alrighty, so little bits of news and we'll announce next week's movie, our 99th episode, despite the fact that if you look at it, it's actually like 196. But we don't think too hard about that.
No, we don't think too hard about anything.
No, we don't. So, first thing to discuss.
Lay it on me. I couldn't find a lot either, man. I was looking at movie news and stuff, and it was they just said like Suicide Squad finished filming.
It did, yes. And it was wonderfully bookended by James Gunn's dad dying at the beginning, and then his dog dying at the end.
I heard a rumor. Oh, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
I was mixing my rumors up.
We're mixing up rumors. Something I wanted to talk about, though, was actually the success of The Invisible Man.
Oh, Blumhouse, man, that movie looks good.
Yep.
For the beginning of the trailer, I was like, this movie looks stupid. But then when it kicked into it, I was like, whoa, he's invisible and he's stalking her. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, and that's sort of like goes back to more to the original without being as creepy because it was, 19 whatever's movie. But the just the stark contrast between, because Universal's like, yeah, we're bringing back our monsters.
They're
and it's gonna be blah, blah, blah.
Monsterverse. Way to go, Tom Cruise.
So they started with that. I didn't even realize, all in, like with promotion and everything, that movie cost $350 million, and I think it made $88.
Wow.
Like, it was just like...
you know how much I lust for Tom.
I do.
But I couldn't even watch it.
No, I couldn't bring myself to see it.
It was so terrible.
But then you go right the other way around. You go give this to Blumhouse. They make the movie for $7 million. Yep. It makes $50 million in its opening weekend.
I read this whole thing about Blumhouse and their like business model of like sucking every dime out of that budget and making a low budget but good movie that always makes a profit.
Yeah, and that's...
Is that the girl from The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
I didn't recognize her without that thing on.
It's Elizabeth Moss, and then for some reason, dating rumors between her and Tom Cruise started springing up around this because they're both Scientologists and they've both been in a Universal Monster movie. I believe she is, yes.
No.
Somebody's got to be.
Dear God.
They got to...
Did you watch that show? Who falls into that shit nowadays?
It's too late for them. It's like, I think that's even the conversation you have. Like, Paul Haggis was just like, he doesn't give enough of a fuck about anything. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, whatever, I'm out. I don't do shit.
Well, no, once he saw... It was once he went to the highest level, and they were like forced to show him, and it was a piece of, it's a half a piece of paper with a scribbled thing from Elrond that says something about Xenu. And he was like, you are fucking kidding me. And that was it.
I thought it was going to be like the Colonel's original recipe or something like that.
No.
Seriously, salt counts as one of the herbs and spices.
Yep, that's the only one.
This nonsense.
Yes, that's it. He's like, this is fucked up.
Leah, come interview me for 2 straight days.
Oh, I love that woman. She seems like such a bitch.
No, you know what she's like? She's actually the type of woman I fear the most. No, and I tell you why. It's not because I don't mind a strong woman, but I mind one where it's like you're going to get your balls busted for the smallest thing.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be, oh, you can't drive stick? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was going to get this car. It's a stick, but you're too shitty to drive it.
I always wondered if Mike Rinder, because I loved that show. I always wondered if Mike Rinder was banging her.
Oh, I don't know.
Because he went to the tube. I love that shit. I love that Scientology stuff. I love it.
I'm going to assume they weren't banging. I think when you're...
She likes a big man. She was married to the King of Queens before they broke up.
That was her relegation for a while. I'm going to be the wife of
the mall cop.
Yeah.
Paul Blart.
It's a poor group of people who is like the people who've had to be married to Kevin James in things. And it's always somebody way beyond their station.
God, it always is in the TV.
Well, like in Hitch, that like...
How the fuck?
It's like that super gorgeous billionaire woman. It's like, you know who I need to get a piece of? Kevin James.
Don't discount love, okay?
I do, though. That's the problem. And Hitch doesn't. He charged full price.
You're damn right. But he found love. He found love.
Mm-hmm. We discussed it recently, but I think it's on something that's not airing for a while yet, that Daniel Radcliffe had been rumored to take on the role of Wolverine. That was kind of debunked by Kevin Feige saying, like, we're nowhere near the X-Men universe yet. Like, it's coming, but it's...
I hope they hire an unknown.
Well, and then, but what was really interesting today is I was going through some stuff, and you know what's really funny now? I'm kind of like unsubscribing to most movie news now, because 3 of the major movie news people, Cinema Blend, Screen Rant, and CBR, all had it was like fan-made stuff as part of their movie
fan
news.
art.
Two of them covered Zack Snyder's pick for the winning poster for the Snyder Cut, which was a fan-made poster. Yeah. And then there was like, here's a fan-made image of this, and here's a fan-made trailer for this. There was like a fan-made trailer for the 3 Jokers featuring. I
saw that too.
And I'm scrolling through. I'm like, where's actual movie news?
And there was a fan-made like Venom takes like Thanos. The symbiote uses Thanos as his new host, but it was fan art. What the fuck is this?
And don't get me wrong, there's a place for fan art, but it's not on the front page of a news site.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a slow news day.
Yeah. That would be like going on like foxnews.com and then just having like MAGA posters.
Ooh.
And it's like, you know, like really interesting drawings of like Lion Ted and all these different things.
You know, it's like animal drawings, but they're dressed up as superheroes. Like, look at this. Meme of the day.
I hate it so much.
I heard that Ben Stiller was seen on the set of Fast and the Furious 9.
You're a little down my list, but yes, I was going to cover that. Anyways, to my point of all the fan-made stuff. There was apparently a rumor that Robert Pattinson was up for the role of Wolverine.
Oh, come on, they're just going to say everybody.
That's what they're going to do. But somebody made a piece of fan art with it, and I think it was based on like the X-Men The Last Stand, because it's like... that kind of thing, and he looked pretty cool at the very least.
I want Wolverine in the yellow suit, and I want him to be smaller. Mm-hmm. Like, I liked Hugh Jackman. I don't think Hugh Jackman was proper for the role. Yeah. I think they hired him. He did a great job with it because he's a good actor. But what makes Wolverine is not just big old mutton chops. And then Liev Schreiber.
So I can't do it.
Liev Schreiber plays Sabretooth, and he's just got a little bit bigger chops. I'm like, ooh, you're Sabretooth, bud. Like, I hope they don't go in the more realistic way. I want them in the yellow suit with the friggin' big things and the...
I think what they should have done with the X-Men Origins things, Liev Schreiber, I think, was a reasonable choice, at least for the early going. It should have showed an evolution of the character that like devolves him into more of an animal. Like he has something else done to him or something like that makes him a little bit more beastly, and like, so he can talk, but he's not like, hey, I'm your big brother, how you doing, blah blah blah.
Right. Well, he always could talk. Yeah, he's just a big, huge fucking thing.
Like, my thing is, he loses to Wolverine, and he goes back to the guys, and he's like, you need to do something to me. Because the whole thing, and I liked what they did in X-Men Origins, when they're like, if he can survive it, I can survive it. And they're like, no, you can't. And he's like, then do something to me that I can survive. And then, like, you know.
Just inserted a few fingers so like, you'll live.
Which is basically, it's basically how Todd and I deal with the doctors. I just walk in, I'm like, God damn it, do something to me that I'll survive.
So you can tell people, I made it.
And then they'll give me like a flu shot, and I'll be, oh God, this is going to be a close one. No.
I was like, when I had to go get blood.
Yeah. You had to get some blood?
I'm so good with like the needles. They can never find my veins though.
Yeah.
And this lady is like, because they had to put some juice into me to like, a little Capri Sun to like put me in that machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking circular job. Whooping. It's like an 11.
Yeah.
And then this lady digs it in. And I don't know what is it, but she's like digging. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't. And she's digging and digging. And the more she's digging, the more I'm like, oh my God. And like, I start getting all like woozy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm going to throw up. And she's like, you better not throw up on me. And I was like, oh my God, like, you got to give me the garbage can. Like, I need a garbage can. And within 30 seconds, I was like soaked in sweat.
Yep.
And then I got like the most ridiculous like diaper rash ever, because after being soaked in my own sweat, I sat in my own, you know,
swamp.
Yeah. My own swamp ass. Oh my God, I woke up in the night and I was just like, I was like, oh, I don't know how these babies put up with it. No wonder they're crying all the time.
His eyes just flapping. He's like, swamp ass!
I wanted to heat up a coat hanger, just dig around down there.
Oh, Lordy.
My buddy in part 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, was like digging at the plate in his head with like a heated up coat hanger.
Yeah, the doctor stuff. Well, I told you my story about the when I had my CAT scan when I was young, I got really bad migraines, and so they took me in for a CAT scan to make sure everything was going okay.
What happened with
upstairs.
that?
Well, nothing was okay upstairs, but nothing was medically wrong.
Right.
So,
I know, that's what they keep saying to me too.
Yeah. Everything was cool, but I don't know what the deal was. When the woman put the needle in me, she left the needle in me. And it was like for a while, and it was kind of just like jiggling around on
Jackie.
its own.
She just like forgets what she's doing.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm on pills.
I'll be back.
No, but it was kind of jiggling around for a while. So then when I finished, like when I was done, I had a bruise from like here to here. Like it was such a gigantic bruise.
The old Requiem for a Dream bruise.
Yeah. It's only one of 2 times when I've had to wear a sweater due to something medical. It was that time, and then the one time, which was the worst time ever, was in May when they gave me penicillin and I had an allergic reaction to it, and I got rash that literally went down to my wrists. It cut off like so I put a sweater on and it completely covered it up, but it's May. And I was like, ugh, I'm just like stinking sweating, and it was so gross.
I always I cut a hole out in my sweaters so my thumb goes up through it.
Yeah.
So you can't see my pain. Oh, too bad. I should have.
Yeah.
And if I
So
knew
now
I was
that
going to
I'm
make that
showing
joke, I would have fucking put some. I would have carved "why me" into my arm or something.
Yeah.
I know, guy, this is so terrible. I said it on purpose because he was really he had some issues back in the day. You know, we all do, and he would cut himself.
Yeah.
And I remember going into his house the one day, and he literally had carved into his arm "why me," and I was like, "Are you fucking joking me?" I was like, "You couldn't have carved like a pentagram," or like he was so upset too, because you know he was in that mood, you know. And he's like, and I was like, "Don't you?" I was like, "I'll cut your fucking arm. You gonna cry about something?
Yeah.
I'll fucking give you something to cry about, for Christ's sake."
At least it wasn't like
Tough love.
At least it wasn't like slotzilla.com or something like that.
This is the Doug Ford Tough Love Initiative.
Oh Jesus.
We don't believe in mental health.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wring.
No.
It's all in your head. Walk it off.
It's literally in your head. I think our views on mental health have been made pretty clear over the time that
I think our
enough
views,
so
because
that
we're mental as fuck, so you know.
Yeah, so
my God.
at least enough so that people understand when we're joking about something like that. Getting out of rumored X-Men people, I'm going to take a former MCU person who is now rumored for another role that's kind of interesting. I guess they're looking at rebooting the Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, yes,
and
that's
Chris
right.
Evans is in talks to play the dentist, Orin Scrivello. I couldn't remember his name.
I would be very nervous to do that role.
Yeah.
Because how can you follow in Steve Martin like footsteps?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Bill Murray in the scene too. Like shit, man. I feel like that's like an iconic comedy scene.
I have a feeling they're aiming towards, because I guess recently on stage, Jake Gyllenhaal did the Rick
He
Moranis
was
role.
in it on thing.
He did the Rick Moranis role.
Oh, no way.
And they nerded him up and all that good stuff. And I have a feeling they saw that and it got some interest, so now they're looking forward. So they
I
might
didn't
look
know
to.
that he was in like a stage version of.
Yep. And you know who actually he was against as the as Audrey? The original Audrey was in the play with him.
No way.
Still rocking it. I guess if you good enough push-up bra and a nice enough wig, she probably just reset. It's like Elvira. If you look at her as like I think Cassandra Peterson is her name.
I have no idea.
Yeah, if you just see her, like she's completely unrecognizable. She Elvira's up, and she is Elvira.
She's still hot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw her on the Full Moon. She was like hosting some Full Moon movies, and I was like, "You still got it, girl."
Hells yeah.
I love. Did we watch Elvira?
No, we haven't watched Elvira.
Oh my
Well,
god!
we've seen
I
it.
watched it on VHS not too long ago, and it is so like an '80s movie.
Oh, yeah.
Every man that is alone in a room with her tries to rape her.
Nice.
And the one girl who has no boobs hates her because she's got boobs, and every man wants to rape her. but at least she doesn't put up with any shit though.
Yeah.
Like they come on to her, she's like, bah, you know, she'll punch him.
She
Whatever
is a
she
mistress
does.
of the dark,
Exactly.
so.
She ain't putting up with no bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I liked. They didn't get away with it.
Well,
they all had their comeuppance.
I like your favorite part about the movie is like, I'm glad that none of them did get to rape her.
See, I'm rooting for the good guy.
And then what's our favorite part of Revenge of the Nerds? Hey, remember when that girl got raped? No, that was
She did not get raped.
She did.
He was like, "Hey, it's me, the nerd."
He no, not until after they fucked.
Oh, he didn't. He did not reveal himself.
He misrepresented himself to be the other guy because he stole his mask.
Okay, if you are playing a sexy game where you're in masks and running around, and they have to catch you and have sex with you, I feel like there should be a little room, a little wiggle room, you know, in the realm of possibility that it might not be the person who you think it is. Like a 5%. Like, you gotta be like, hey, is this?
But if you're playing a game with somebody else, you also have to trust that the game's gonna go the way you plan.
You know what? You got twins.
You know, like when you play Monopoly and you don't get raped at the end. Same thing.
I don't.
Oh,
we must be playing with different rules or something.
Yeah, Todd plays that thing. He's like, I'm all out of money. What can I do to pay this rent on Boardwalk?
Exactly. It's not really rape. If I ask for it.
Well, it's not that you ask for, although you do very carelessly spend your money. And it's like, oh no, I landed on Baltic Avenue with one house. What am I going to do?
Exactly. Looking like I need a new roof.
Jesus. But yeah, so I mean, that could be interesting. I think that Chris Evans is, if you're going to redo this, I think he's as good a person as any to do it, because I think he's quite funny. I think he's quite charming. I think but I think he'd play a good asshole. Like we just saw him play a decent asshole.
He was great.
Knives Out.
I guess he's getting big praise because he came up with the line, eat shit. Or whatever.
Oh, thank God! Finally, somebody.
I know. Like, I was like, "Is that really?" So he just said it, and they were like, he wrote the line in the movie himself. Eat shit. I was like, I don't know, right? Like,
you know, would be a
little far.
You know, it'd be the best moment. You're there with like the Criterion group watching a special screening of Knives Out, and he goes, "You know what? Eat shit," and they're like, "Stop the film," and they'll just stand up.
They just leave at that moment. They just leave,
and then
we're
done.
The
I didn't.
It's fucking here.
Yeah, it's because
well,
I had to close the window because we're getting to that point of the year where we're dying in here again. I'll have a fan. I'll have fans out again. It'll be great.
I have work to go to after this. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. So
whatever.
Let's get sweaty
and
gross.
Who cares?
I don't have anything to do.
You should see the people that work at this place, man. Like, I could be covered in like dog shit, and I'd still be like #1 smeller of the year. I don't know if that's an award or not, but
it probably.
And I don't know whether that's smelling good or smelling bad. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when that lady told me that I had an ass like a Mack truck. I was like, I don't know whether you mean that in a bad way, but I'm going to take that as a positive. I was like,
that's when you just go, yeah, baby, hard as steel.
That's right. There's still a knife sticking out of there from some attack years ago that I don't even remember.
And whenever I'm backing it up into something, you hear beep, beep.
Of course.
It's a whole thing. So, yeah, you did mention Ben Stiller rumored for Fast 9. That has been discussed, I guess. Like, we got that teaser trailer out, and it's coming out fairly soon, all things considered. Vin Diesel's got that Bloodshot coming out first.
Oh, yeah, John Cena's in Suicide Squad. He's in Fast and the Furious 9. Yeah. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
he's starting to climb up there.
And Trainwreck 2.
No. Oh, my God, yes.
The Revenge of the Trainwreck.
Trainwreck's Revenge.
I don't remember most of the movie. I think that's it. But, yeah, so I don't know what he would play.
Oh my God, now I can't get Trainwreck's Revenge out of my head.
Sorry.
We don't even know where the first one is, just the sequel.
Well, I feel like that's probably
And it's not a revenge of whatever, it's a revenge of the wreck itself.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You guys took pictures of us at our most vulnerable. I'm going to take pictures of you at your most vulnerable, and then they post it online.
It's just me pooping.
It's actually a literal train wreck online bullying a bunch of like looky-loos or whatever.
Looky-loos. Yeah, rubberneckers.
A bunch of rubberneckers.
Ooh, that'll be it. It'll be like in the Ring. Yeah. So if you rubberneck and look at the wreckage, you're like haunted and the wreck comes after you. Yeah. This movie is about road safety and scares.
And then the next part goes, you have 5 days to live unless you send us 100 Bitcoin.
Or $100 in vanilla MasterCard numbers.
Either
so I pay all my bills.
Vanilla MasterCard. I prefer chocolate MasterCard.
Know,
Why is that racist shit?
I want, like a Neapolitan MasterCard. What about the strawberry fans?
Yeah, you never go further than 2/3 up your limit because like, nobody's touching the strawberry portion.
Exactly. So you never go over the line.
I still, that's one of my favorite Simpsons jokes. And he's looking at the Neapolitan ice cream, chocolate. He opens it up and the chocolate's gone, and he does that like 3 times, and then he's like Marge, we need some more chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ice cream.
Oh, okay, now that's good. This works into a
how.
Wow. On Disney's Onward,
yes,
it is not a Pixar short; it's a Simpsons short before the movie, and it stars Maggie.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep,
I did not hear that. Boom. That's great news. Thumbs up. I'm giving a lot of thumbs up today, but I'm in that kind of mood. I'm in a mood where I'm
daytime.
No, I guess that might be a part of it. I am positive in that, like, hey, a thumbs up, but I'm not so positive where I'm like
We
winking
live
and
in
guns.
the green. Look at it. This is what it's like here when it's nice.
Yeah.
It's just green.
Except they're not saying
I'm green. Dabble doo dabble
Dabble,
dabble
dabble,
dee
dabble,
dabble
dar,
I still want to go to
dabble.
that concert.
Yeah.
Even though I was dumped. I think the only thing that can soothe the heart of this beast is Aqua
Yeah.
and Eiffel 65. And all of their various hits that they'll play at the concert.
Various? Please.
Like, what? Various is a loose term.
All the people you listed on that thing, I think only one of the groups, being Aqua, is somebody I know more than one song
No
from.
way. No, you would hear Two Unlimited. They've got like 5 tunes.
Oh, really?
You'd hear them.
Oh,
Oh,
that's them?
Yeah, what else they got? They got so many.
I would just love, because I would love Aqua to come out and do Barbie Girl and Dr. Jones, and it's like, that's it, we're out of here.
Yeah, you're like, what? Well, the show is like 7 hours or something.
I want one of them to come out. Eiffel 65 comes out and goes, this is something off our new album.
Boo! That's when Green comes out. I'm green. Okay, well, this one's all right, I guess. Stop booing until the next one.
I'm green, da ba dee da ba da. It's all scat.
Oh, it's a scat man.
Did you ever
I wish he
hear-
wasn't dead.
Did you ever hear fucking Kim Cattrall do scat?
No.
Oh, you know what?
Poopy sex.
No.
She's a good scatter?
No, she's not, and that's why this video is so funny.
How do we break down to Kim Cattrall scatting?
Well, you were just because I was starting to do the green dab dee dab da, and it was just like, do yourselves a favor and Google that she's doing an interview where it's like her and her husband or whatever, he's like playing like a stand-up bass and she's going like yippee kappa yayo hop seebop hooray, and I'm like, whoa. And it's like, she got the e-bears and eating on the she-bears, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
what is happening to my
and
universe?
you're the one bitching about how you're being treated in the whole Sex in the City scandal.
Oh, I heard she's
Nonsense.
been a bitch for years.
I know. Well, and that's probably why. It's because she's constantly inviting people out to come to my jazz open mic, and nobody shows up constantly. It started with Kurt Russell.
Oh my God, what is that, eh? Like, what the I wish we had a clip to show.
Yeah, we do.
Go to the clip!
Well, I don't think we can actually legally show the clip, so just go and go.
Well,
and
what
look
is
at
this,
it.
like a...
Yeah.
It's like a thing? It's like a copywritten...
Well, it's a video that exists somewhere that's not like public domain. Like, nothing is public domain unless it says it is, right? So somebody owns it, and it ain't us.
Who do you think Ben Stiller... I think Ben Stiller is going to be like the guy behind the scenes at the very end of the credits. Like, whatever happens in the movie, they're like, we just couldn't get to that top guy.
It's
going to
always
turn around
the case.
and it'll be Zoolander, and then he'll be in the next one.
That would be amazing.
Fast
if it went-
29.
He's like, who could it be? And it's just like the back of a chair. He turns around and it's literally...
Blue Steel. No, there's Vin Diesel can't stop Blue Steel.
No,
one can.
that would be his thing. Contractually, he'd be able to do it. It would hit him and he'd just be like, ugh.
Contractually. The only reason I could do this is because of the strength of my family.
And then
We're family.
he has restored ties with his brother, The Rock, and they finally get back together for the 10th
I
one.
cannot
And
wait.
then The Rock gets in there and he's like, I'm glad you're with me on this. And they're fighting Blue Steel together.
Blue Steel.
And then-
with their sheer muscle.
And then it just like pans over and it's just Will Ferrell as Mugatu. And he's like, what the fuck is any of this?
that would be amazing.
But yeah,
And Vin Diesel's so cheese. Like, oh.
well, and that's my thing, and I kind of start to decide. I'm like, okay, will Ben Stiller do some kind of like serious thing, or are they? Because one thing they kind of taken shit for is, especially in the later one, it's like the things that are kind of jokey are just dumb shit that's happening that they're just acknowledging. They're like, this is ridiculous.
No,
that
it's
there's a
always like
submarine
Tyrone. It's always him. Going like,
Tyrese.
Whatever the fuck. Sorry, it's a Tyron there. I got it all mixed up.
Where? Oh, there you go. It says Tyrion there. We're gonna be doing recordings of some episodes for Binge Watchers on the Wall after this.
Binging, wall binging.
Uncle Bingin, brothers on the wall. But
Dirty binging.
yeah. So so I don't know what he's playing. Whatever. I read an article today that was interesting. James Gunn was forced to explain, because this is where fandom people live. James Gunn had to explain why Captain Marvel and Star-Lord have never met out in space.
It's a big place.
That was his whole explanation.
Because there's no, like, how could they not have run into each other?
Yeah, like
That's what people think about.
they're sitting there, they're like, well, they're both out in space. That's like that thing when you're like, oh, you're from Canada? Do you know this person from Vancouver? Like, do you know my country's bigger than yours?
Yeah.
Like, it's always that thing. Yeah. But it's...
My country's bigger than yours. It's a size thing.
It's a big fucking dick.
A big empty old cock.
Yeah. But,
cold. You like your cocks cold?
Mm-hmm.
I keep mine in the freezer. Because it's too hot.
Is that what it is?
That's right.
All right.
It melts out. It's like a big thaw.
It's all terrifying. But but yeah, it was just literally people like, oh, so can you, like, why should he be having to answer to any of this shit right now?
Like, well, because you have to.
I know.
I always love that whole thing with the celebrities, the actors, they have to, like, sit in a room and then sit there all day long while people get in and ask them the same questions over and over and over and over.
Oh, it must be exhausting.
Like,
Exhausting.
Oh my God.
Well, it's funny. There's good videos of certain people, Vin Diesel being one of them. But there's a lot of people who they just tell the same story over and over and over again. And you can find like the smash cut of him telling the same story and laughing in the same spot. And then I went down, I can't believe it, to this thing. And then like, it's the same thing over and over again. But yeah, that was literally his answer though. They're like, oh, can you answer for this? It's almost like it's like a gotcha. It's like, oh, found a hole in your whole MCU universe here. How come they've never run into each other? The universe is gigantic. Much bigger than Earth, where none of those people had ever run into each other before.
They're like, what the fuck?
Like, just exhausting.
Everybody was like, oh yeah, it is pretty big.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Well, and then just the matter of even if they were on the same planet, because like she was in and around the Kree and stuff, like, you would have to then say, okay, well, if she's on the Kree planet, is like, does she know every single person from there then? Like, intimately?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? It's bananas.
Kree.
But speaking also of the MCU, I do want to give a little shout out to somebody who's been giving us a lot of love on YouTube. Her name is Dakota Johnson on there. I don't believe it's the real Dakota Johnson.
It is
her.
her.
It has to be her.
It's
Please. Please tell your dad Don Johnson about us and tell him how much I love Knives Out.
She will. Yeah, he was great in that movie.
He was really good in that movie.
She, I think she's going out with, what's his name? Apple's dad. What the hell's his name?
Chris Martin.
Yeah, him.
What a weird way to describe him, and what a weird way for me. The only reason I picked that up is because I read a thing. I read a thing today about like it's his birthday or something like that. So like it was Gwyneth Paltrow wishes Chris Martin a happy birthday. Does that mean they're back together? No, it means they're still in each other's fucking lives because they have a kid. Holy fuck.
Exactly.
That stuff. It's
is their
driving
love
me.
reigniting?
I'm finding entertainment news is driving me nuts more and more. And I
like
don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Has it always been like this? Or are they just getting more and more like
ridiculous?
Like
desperate.
I read a thing today where it was like Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston shoot down baby rumors. I'm like, they saw each other at the Oscars. That was
where they made a baby.
Yeah, it was like hey, congratulations on your Oscar, Brad. Thank you. You're pregnant now. Like that's.
It is like the Tango Muerte. Yes.
So all of that aside.
Anyways, thank you for the love.
Yes,
she obviously gets it, right?
Yes,
we don't mean any harm with anything.
No, but she understood. She got it. She was having a lot of fun. She was bringing in her own facts and stuff like that. I love that. I love the
she should be on the show right here in the middle.
Yeah, and no, but we
50 Grace sandwich.
There we go. Yeah, if it's real Dakota Johnson, you are invited to come and hang out.
If you will be sitting in between us, you will be in the shade. Yeah. So.
Not
take from that what you will.
It's a deep shade, but a low shade for me. I'm not a tall man, but Jesus, I make myself sad. But yeah, no, it's really wonderful, and we encourage.
You make me sad too.
I know. I apologize, but we encourage everybody to get involved. We like to talk to people. We're not ignoring people on those boards and stuff like that. So wherever you listen. Comment, subscribe, rate. We love to hear from you. We love the feedback. And we want to know, especially if we're hitting the kind of thing, because she's been binging
Where's Dakota from?
I didn't say. Oh. But she, which is probably for the best. Hollywood. No. But she, she was really like binging in on the our MCU episodes. So we've soft announced this before, but I'm going to hard announce it right now. We will be after our 100th episode, which is 3 weeks from now. So 4 weeks from now. 5 weeks from now, yes, we are announcing we will be doing because we'll have one mini episode in between there.
Oh yeah, that's
we will be doing the remainder of the MCU movies because we did all the ones that were out at the time.
Yep.
So we're missing 3. We've got Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home.
And we're gonna throw one of our own MCU movies in.
And we're gonna create a new one.
Yeah. Exactly.
We may or may not in the near future maybe throw in an Incredible Hulk just to be completionists.
Oh, exactly. We have to.
We got to do it, and we did
I
get
like seeing Young Street get torn apart.
Oh,
like the very end scene with the abomination or whatever that fuck.
Yeah, people who don't know that Harlem was actually Young Street in Toronto, and you can see Sam and Sam the record man spinning in the background. Yeah, that's a very prominent Toronto street. It's actually the largest street in the world too, but that's neither here nor there.
That's right.
T-Dot for life. Me and Drake representing the 6. Fuck. Anytime I hear anybody call it the 6, Todd's just fucking leaving. Todd knows how to be pro on TV. This is why we're gonna turn this into a pro show.
Drake. Okay, we're
tight. So yeah, while he's gone, I will talk about next week's movie. Next week we are experiencing a special day of the month. And I'm back. No, it is Friday the 13th next week. And
Friday the 13th.
And we actually noticed it by looking at a calendar this year. So there was only one thing we could do, and that was to
give a shout out to calendars. Thank you for reminding us of the days.
This episode brought to you by March.
Smarch
weather.
Lousy Smarch weather.
So what we will be doing though is we are playing the very first Friday the 13th, the Sean S. Cunningham Voorhees ridden, but maybe not the Voorhees you're thinking about, man.
Voorhees ridden.
Yeah, there's some Voorhees in all this shit.
Wow.
But yeah, we're going to be watching Friday the 13th, so let's have a peek at the trailer.
Hello? Who's that? Oh, hi. What are you doing out in this mess?
1, 2, 3.
We weren't doing anything. We were just messing up.
4. 5. 6.
Must be my imagination.
7.
Can I help you? Hello?
8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Friday, the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough. Friday, the 13th.
Okay, Friday the 13th. Great trailer, actually. It's one of the
Do you
better
like
trailers.
counting?
Oh my god.
Counting is fun. Count to your own death.
Yeah, we were just deciding what if they just kept counting beyond 13. Like there was never a plan for that to be 13.
14. You're like, oh, we're still going here. 50.
74. Okay, you're out of movie now.
Yeah,
Now you're, like, I'm pretty sure this is like a bit from The Apartment.
That was a really good preview, actually. And
Yeah.
like I was saying to Joe, I really missed that guy's voice.
Yeah.
I really missed those in the previews.
No, I know, and you know what's really funny? Because I feel you remember there was like that next guy down.
Yes.
Who he used to do the straight to video, and then he
Yep.
kind of got bumped up
Because
And-
Buddy died.
But then right after that, people stopped using the voice
Yep.
guys. They're just like, if that guy is not going to be there, forget it. One man, one desire.
You could be the new guy.
Two people in a hole. Whose hole is it?
You were saying before, like you hate the like the news that's happening now on these like sites. I like the bottom of the site where it's like, man walking through forest finds a chain. Something tells him to pull. What he finds will shock you. And it's like counting. It's like 15 pages later. It's like he found the end of the chain. You're like, fuck off.
Yeah, it was just a chain in the dirt.
Yeah, like fuck you.
I don't follow any of those
What
things
are those,
now.
clickbaits?
Yeah, they're all clickbait. If I do click on one and then realize, oh, this is what it is,
Yeah.
I instantly get off of it. Like
this.
I'm
They're so insulting. It's like one half a sentence.
yeah, like it's like MSN will have the ones sometimes they're like, oh, ranking the best Marvel movies or something like that.
Yeah.
I might look at that or something like
Ranking
that.
the best Joker or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
But then they're like, but then they'll do something. I used to look at them more, and they're like richest child actors of all time. Number 6 will shock you.
Yeah, so
and then I
number
look,
6 will
and,
shock
and
you.
then I look, and then it's like the Olsen twins. I'm like, that's not a shock at all. They're billionaires.
They look like they're like 112 now.
Yeah, they've aged, but
Being in the well, they're probably like ancient, and now they're starting to show their age.
Yeah.
They're witches, like the character suggests.
well, they did the one
that
thing
their
that
sister?
Batman could never do: murder the Joker. So, well, one of them did.
Right, exactly.
Although John Oliver would have you believe that there are not Olsen twins. There's just one Olsen twin who goes back and forth really fast.
Oh my God, she
So
has
you're
like
seeing two.
multiple personalities.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to end on some sad news because that's a fun way to end shows, right?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, James Lipton died at the age of 93.
Yes, he did.
So I thought we would do something that would be in good order, like the best way we could possibly tribute James Lipton, and I guarantee we won't be the only people to do this.
Yes, we will.
we
We're
want-
the first. We're the innovators.
We want to do the questionnaire that he did at the end of all of his Inside the Actor Studios episodes that was originally created by Bernard that's just me ripping off Will Ferrell's version when he would do
Oh my God, it was so good. Scrumtrelescent.
in a role so scrumptious and I can hardly breathe.
I'm King Lord.
Oh God, that was funny.
There's a troll in Central Park. I watched like the old Match game.
Yeah.
And he's exactly like that.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
Well, he was in
guy
Cannonball
is a
Run too. He was,
child murderer.
yeah, he was in Cannonball Run too, and he was doing the same thing. He's like, "Oh, the sheik's gonna get me!" Like the
If it
whole
works,
time.
stick with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was the thing back then. Is everybody was like nobody could be anything more than one thing.
I'm King Lord.
I'm King Lord.
You should say that randomly. Like, what?
He's just walking down the street, and he was doing it before he ever played King.
Okay, are you gonna ask
Yeah.
me 10 questions?
Okay, we're gonna do the 10 questions.
I'm gonna be the actor Todd Maroy.
Okay. Oh, so just your incorrectly spelled Facebook profile.
That's correct.
All right. Todd, what is your favorite word?
Meander.
Great word.
It's always been my favorite word. I think it's the only thing I've ever actually learned in school. Is
Nice.
the word meander.
Nice. I don't know. I don't.
Oh, the other thing I also learned in school was that I'm like half insane
Yeah.
and can't go to the bathroom because like somebody might come in and ruin my life.
But that's literally everybody.
Yeah.
Except that one
I
kid.
was so jealous of somebody who could shit there.
No, that was disgusting.
I was like, how could you do this?
That was.
How?
I still
How
can't.
can I live like you?
It's like I work like 12-hour days at a place in Toronto, and it's an hour and a half drive each way. And I would still rather wait if I could.
I still can't. I can't do it. I have this whole thing too. If like somebody farts and I'm around, I'm like, did I just shit myself? It's like this. I have the Well,
that's a control thing that we just don't know.
Into here, baby.
Okay.
You're gonna find out what the fuck's going on in the mouth of madness.
I feel like not because it's a cool word, but it's just a constant use of the word, and just I don't know. It's just a fun describer. Crush is my favorite word.
I was going to ask you the questions one in a row after. You want to just do each one? Let's do it like that. Come on, let's keep going. Okay, number 2.
Okay, number 2. What is your least favorite word?
That's a good question. My least is probably whatever.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Very dismissive.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so we are doing both of us at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say, because I mean, this falls more under the dirty word thing, but they only have a favorite dirty word. Cunt is my least favorite word.
Really? I like it.
No.
The Brits love it. The Brits use it as like a comma or an exclamation point in all sentences.
I don't know. It's just one of those ones. It's like the N word. It's like there's no real reason to go there.
Yeah, that's
kind of where I stand. But
you know what word I hate more than anything?
But it's also a horrible description.
I hate get your hands off my genitals.
Yes.
I hear it all the time.
I know.
Or the word no. That's really my favorite.
Wouldn't that be
word,
amazing
no.
if Harvey? I was gonna say Harvey Firestein.
You gotta call my mother.
If Harvey Weinstein was on Inside the Actors Studio, what's your least favorite word? No. And then we find out after all this time, we're like you could see Mira Sorvino crying in the audience, and you're like, oh no.
Like, why is she there? Like,
I know.
Why would she?
All right, what turns you on?
Ooh, everything.
Okay,
literally,
it's not sexually, but just
like you know,
it's kind of like what
turns me on music.
Music,
hearing a good, like a good meaty riff.
Okay,
like when the song slows down and I'm like, oh my god, yes, that's what gets me off. Cool. Or a good ladies wrestling match. It's like invigorating.
I'm gonna go with imagination. Imagination. The word that I just said.
Imaginationing.
Yeah, sure. Guess what turns me off, guys? No.
It's not true.
Yeah, no, I think that's what gets me. Like when we watch some of the movies we watch, or you see some of the things, like again, like you go to Disney and you just see this world that's been built, and it's just been built on people's brains conceiving of things that have never existed before, and that's what turns me on.
Ooh.
Okay, what turns you off?
No.
No?
The word no.
The word no?
What turns me off?
Yeah.
Huh. What turns... I don't know, man. Maybe authority?
Okay.
I just see that's always just... I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah.
What turns me... You answer that. Let me think of that more.
Okay, I'm going to also think about this.
Sexually or just
No, again, it's... Why would the turn on not be sexually, but the turn off would be?
I don't know. That's why I ask questions.
Matted down hairy pussy. I'm like, Jesus.
That's what turns me on.
Yeah, there you go.
What turns me... You know what turns me off is negativity.
Yeah.
Negativity turns me off.
Yeah, I'm actually going to rip off your answer here, because I think that is, like...
Being around people that, like, complain and bitch and moan about something and never do anything about it.
Yeah.
That which really gets me.
I think...
Just off the top of my head.
I'm gonna just twist,
answer.
just to not totally rip off your...
I mean, I get negative too, right? Like,
yeah,
we all
get into moods, but there's some people who are built like that, and it's terrible. I'm gonna just twist mine just slightly. It's still in a negative milieu, but I think that I'm going to go with this like toxic divisiveness that's going on right now in just everything.
That's
from like the Star Wars of it all to like even like I'm watching now.
That's a good toxic decisiveness. Ooh, I like
divisiveness.
That. Divisiveness.
Yes, but the like to me like even right now there's a thing if you go on Twitter just with the whole primary thing for the Democrats. Now people are like the Warren people are against the the Sanders people like it's friggin' Trump. And they're literally going like, Sanders is like Trump. He's worse than Trump. And I'm like, and now they're already starting to go, and then they're already starting to go, I'm not going to vote if my person doesn't get in. And I'm like, you're already
This is exactly
Trump.
what the problem. Yeah, like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's literally what happened the last time.
This is how they do it.
My guy didn't get picked, so this is the end. Like, it's bananas. And that's, I think, really, like, every time I go on to any social media thing and I start to see that just pouring it, I'm just like, ugh, like, we live in a friggin' pit, man. We live in a pit.
Woo, that went downhill real fast.
What sound or noise do you love?
I really always enjoyed the sound of feet on gravel.
That's an interesting one.
I don't know why. I like it. That crunchy kind of a stones kicking around kind of a...
I like that a lot, actually.
I don't know why. I don't know if that means something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it means I'm a rambling man or something. I don't fucking know.
I was born a rambling man. That's all we can afford.
Oh, shit. Shit.
We got... I'm gonna have to
the phone's ringing.
I'm gonna have to beep that. My favorite sound, this is gonna be a corny one. My favorite sound is my kids laughing.
I had a feeling it was going to be. Yeah.
It is. I just...
That's not a cheap answer, though.
It's
That's
not a
pretty... I think that would be
it's not
something
cheap,
wonderful.
but it's like my kids just recently, my wife took a video. They were going to a birthday party and they got there early, so they were in the thing. And my daughter decided to do an abridged version of the Grinch because she was wearing green gloves. And she was like, she moved up to the front seat and was just sitting there with Carrie. And she goes, I'm the Grinch. And she looks in the glove compartment. She's like, this is Christmas. I'm stealing Christmas. And the whole time she's laughing because she thinks this is hilarious. So like, steal Christmas. And then she's like, and she points at Reese and is like, you're one of the Who's and you should be crying, but in fact, you're singing. And then he just starts going, oh, Canada. And like, it's just, I'll show you the video after.
You should be crying what you're singing. And he does it.
And he just starts singing, oh, Canada. And they're all laughing.
That's a good
and it's
moment,
just,
actually.
whenever they are uncontrollably laughing, like not when you're tickling them and like you're forcing the laughter. It's just sometimes they're in a place
just
and they're
goofy and they're laughing.
And instantly, like I was having a stressful day and I'm instantly lifted just by telling that story.
That's a good story, actually.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you hate?
What sound or noise do I hate? I don't know. There's like this construction noise happening, like, and it's like drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What do you know what I hate? I hate like somebody banging on the wall because like I'm being too loud. That fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's just the first one. I don't know. You go.
Okay. I hear what you're saying though.
Sound don't.
I go with that dead hum of silence. Like it's just that kind of like, you know, when you're in just
called tinnitus.
Yes. No, it's not that one. It's just that kind of like that ambient room. Like I can't be anywhere and just be in dead silence. I can't deal with it. It stresses me out.
You should see on Peely Island, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember it's it's so quiet. Like I said, I can hear it because it's so quiet. So you don't like the sound of nothingness.
Yes. I can't deal with it. It's even like I'll come in sometimes. I'll come home or I'll be home. I'll come out and Carrie doesn't have the TV on and she's got nothing and it's just like nobody's doing it. And I hear absolutely nothing. And I'm like, I need something. I need something to be going on in here. I don't care what it is. I need something. That's why like I don't freak out in a casino or something like that because I was like, this is where I think where it's like, oh, I need a lot of noise and I need a lot of things happening to me.
You need a lot of stimulus.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I need the opposite.
Yeah.
I need less stimulus in my life.
Yeah.
Fucking hyper. I need the lights off. I need it quiet. Wait, I'm gonna really think about that one. I'm gonna come back to that one like in Family Feud.
Okay, you're gonna come back to that. Okay.
I'm gonna scratch my answer off.
Scratch. What is your favorite curse word?
It's probably fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so many of them. I really say the Lord's name in vain a lot too, which I don't. Like, I say it and I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, I hope you know I'm kidding, bro. Like, or whatever.
And then I'll say it and I'll look down and be like, right? Huh?
I guess, you know what sound I like the least? Is someone the sound of someone being disappointed in me.
Okay.
That's what I dislike the most because I feel like I have this mental thing where I try and aim to please.
Okay.
And when it doesn't, I'm like, oh. Or if I've said something dumb, which I do all the time, like I mean it as a joke, and then somebody takes it the wrong way, and then I'm like, oh. And then in the moment, I'm like, who cares? But after, I'm just like, oh, why did I say that?
Are you saying this due to my reaction to your first answer?
No. I say this because of my mental health joke I made earlier.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I hope my buddy's not listening to this one because like he'll be like, "That's me, you fucking asshole!" See, and then he's gonna be upset with me.
Well, but if you are upset with him, please comment in the comment section.
Tell
because I'm the one who responds. So I mean, Todd's not gonna respond. I'll apologize for him. That's usually my thing.
He's like my agent. He's like what sound do you like the best?
Yeah.
Joe apologizing for me because I don't have the balls to do that.
Because I don't have to deal with that nonsense.
Exactly.
Okay, so your favorite curse word, you said fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna also say fuck. It's one where you can use it in any, because you can use it like very conversationally, but at the very same, you can use it as like the ultimate in exclamations.
Yeah, this guy.
Just like fuck.
This guy was on the phone with me the other day.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I'm doing my taxes. He's like, this is gonna be a total fuck show. And I was just like, that's the best thing I've ever heard. I was like, that is so great. Total fuck show.
And I've been liking the comment. Actually, I heard this from John Oliver again. He was playing a song that Vietnam made to make sure people are washing their hands for the whole coronavirus thing. And it was actually like a really like poppy. Like,
it's pretty good tune. It
sounded like a K-pop song. And then he's like, "This song fucks." He's like, "That's what this song does. This song fucks."
Like he means it in a good way.
Yeah, he means it in a good way. And I'm just like, I was like, that's why that word works. Like it works for anything. You could just be like, I have a situation.
It is pretty multi-purpose.
Yeah. Like you're sad for somebody.
Fuck, man.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Acting.
Yeah, same.
Acting. Anything in the entertainment business would be fine.
I would say, like, I mean,
I want to star in bad movies. Like, I want to have like the Casper Van Dien career. No pressure. Anaconda 9.
Yeah.
Like fucking A.
I'm down with that.
He plays the anaconda.
I would like to.
You don't think snakes bite humans?
Yeah. I like the idea of writing.
Yes. I also like the idea of it because I sit down and try to do it and then I don't.
Do you know what? Well, you know what my favorite thing though about it is you can write something and your imagination is unlimited, whereas like a director has to then now limit things because of budget or technology, whatever. And it's just like, I can say, this guy does this and he goes here and he does this and he does this. And you're just like, well, I can't do that. We don't have the money for that. So I guess
everyone
just
for
a clip
mine
of a
will
snake
be like,
from National Geographic.
She will not get naked.
Yes.
That will be everything they say about my script.
Yeah.
All the nudity will be cut out. Brie Larson won't do it.
Yeah.
Fucking waste. My whole career. It hasn't even started yet. I'm already regretful of all the waste.
Yeah, there you go. What profession would you not like to do?
I would not like to be a call center representative.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
Ugh.
Oh my God. These people look like they've been in a war.
Yeah.
I think I have a much better shit tolerance. Because like at the end of the day, I'm just like, woo, I'm done. Let's go cartwheel out of the place. You know, do a little Chris Farley on my way. But everybody's just like, and I'm just like, wow, the women look like they've been in a war.
Yeah.
Like they come and look at all hair's look good at the end. It's all frazzled and like there's like tears running down. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Mine is in and around yours. I've been lucky enough, like basically the only jobs I've ever had were either in kitchens or in TV.
Right.
So I've worked in restaurants or in television.
I miss those sisters' poutines, man.
Oh, I'll make you one day. I have more cheese curds in my freezer than I can shake a stick at, so we'll camp.
He's got more cheese curds in his freezer than Quebec has complaints.
They've got
They
have 8 current complaints. They've all
to us.
They've all pooled in. Yes.
Why don't you say things in Francais?
You never smoke on camera.
How am I supposed to relate? You're like, the rest of the complaint went down as he has to continue smoking.
Where is your cute bulldog with a beret? I don't have a bulldog, I'm sorry. I have a Chihuahua, and that's super racist. What?
We should get a beret for that dog.
I have a Princess Leia wig.
Oh my, are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She doesn't care for it. We have so
Who
many.
cares?
My wife bought a unicorn hoodie for her and put it
have to
on
let
her.
me see this.
Oh, okay.
You gotta do this.
I'll go find it. So that's that. Last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I got a line that I'm going to say, hopefully if I remember it and I'm not like so senile. Hopefully he's laughing. Hopefully I get like the slow clap where he's like, finally, there you are.
We did it.
There you are.
That is a great answer. That is a great answer. Mine is literally just none of it mattered except being a good person.
Yes.
There
was like a
something.
hair like flying around.
Yes. It's just in the end, he's going to be like, hey, I don't care that you were a religious dude and you weren't worshiping at my feet. You were a good person. And
I
that's all
believe
that
that is what matters as well.
Yeah.
I think, we can talk that subject till my fucking
Exactly.
balls fall off, but
Literally. Well, that might not be
that
wrong.
what me and Aaron used to argue about that all the time.
Yeah.
Is like, I don't think that God is the egomaniac that people make him out to be.
Yeah.
I think that if you're good, like what, we get into that another time.
I think if there was a God, the chicken that's in my garbage right now wouldn't stink so bad, and I wouldn't be.
I
so
love that too. When
distracted
people are
by-
like, how can there be a God when I have zits? And it's like, oh yeah, because that's how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not how it fucking works. There can't be a God because of this, this, and this. And it's like, oh, okay, so you can definitively say whether or not there is an invisible whatever,
I know there's an
Deity or-
invisible man because he just made $50 million in the box office.
Or did he?
Plaka, plaka, plaka. All right, guys, that is it for this week. We have got a lot more of an episode out of this one than I thought we were going to get. As always, find us at miscastcommentary.com. Find us, email us there, podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Twitter, I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. We are at Miscast Podcast. Instagram, at Miscast Commentary. I'm at JK Finley there. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/.
Eventually, I'll have some
Miscast
stories on
commentary.
them, so working them out.
But no, that's where we're finding our binge watchers on the wall. We've got several episodes up already. By the time this comes out, all 3 episodes will be up. The 4th episode will be dropping on Sunday. Every Sunday, a new episode comes up, as well as getting early access to all of our commentary episodes and all sorts of other stuff. So anyways, like we said, just like our dear friend Dakota Johnson, please like, subscribe, comment. We love to hear feedback. You can get us on Twitter, get us wherever you want. If you want to yak about stuff, if you don't like what we had to say, you think we missed something, you think we got something wrong, we like all of that stuff.
Love it.
Get back to us on any of those mediums or media, as it
Yes.
were. Okay, so until next week, when we take care of Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th. If it's a full moon, we're all going to die.
Of course. Oh my God, wait a second.
Stop everything.
I saw a dude standing on the corner like a week ago.
Yeah.
He was like ultra homeless. He had 2 carts.
Ultra homeless.
2 carts. Like overflowing, and he was standing on the corner right where the Avondale was near my house with a sign that said, "Give me back my family," ran out of space. Then there was another sign connected to that one, "Or the world dies." Honest to God, I was like, whoa.
Did you see what was in his carts?
No, it was probably his dead family.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because now we know the recipe on how to make the world die.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever's in those carts.
I hope you find your family, sir, because, wow.
I have a feeling that his family got lost on purpose.
I think so, too.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. We hope you get better soon.
We do.
I don't know how you're going to see this. Although fucking most homeless people have fucking smartphones now. You know how it goes.
Listen, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
Everybody.
Miscast Comedy Universe, we are here for you.
What? You didn't even say commentary.
I don't know. But we are there for you. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry. And every one of you is a glint in my eye.
And if you don't like and subscribe, then the world will die. We'll see you guys next week.
This has been Miscast Commentary. with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.